Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for him, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Northern Cass High School in Hunter, North Dakota, where we've got high school football for you as the Northern Cass Jaguars take on the Kindred Vikings. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. Kindred. Well, before I tell you about Kindred, I should tell you that our pregame show is brought to you by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Kindred comes in with a record of 6-0. The Vikings, the defending Class A state champions in North Dakota, and they're currently ranked number 1 in the state in 1A football. The Vikings coming off a victory at home over Ellendale Edgeley-Colm, 34-0 last Friday night. Handing EEK their first loss of the season. And the Vikings are battle-tested. Had a victory over highly regarded Velva and company in their opening game, 13-6, and then beating Central Cass 2 weeks ago, a team that was ranked in the top 5 in North Dakota, winning that game 48-7 at Central Cass. So the Vikings coming in 6-0 on the year. Northern Cass comes in with a record of 3-3. They've lost their last 2 games, the last one at Thompson in overtime by a score of 20-14. A tough loss for the Jaguars to swallow, and also in that game, running back and linebacker Matthew Hoppy was ejected from the game late third quarter and is suspended for this game. We'll talk more about that when we speak to the coaches, Tyler Euclid of Northern Cass and Eric Burgad of Kindred, and we'll do that after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Join the club. If you support Kindred Viking athletes, show up by becoming a member of the Booster Club. Your $20 helps provide student athletes with new training equipment, uniforms, an activity bus, scoreboards, and so much more. Find the form online or scan the code. Everybody up! Show your Viking pride. Join the Booster Club. Kindred Viking Booster Club.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Needham Seeds, Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Needham Seeds, Caledonia.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Welcome back to Northern Kansas. The Jaguars host Kindred tonight in high school football. Eric Pregame, the coach of the Kindred Vikings, joins us, the reigning, defending Class 1A champions and also undefeated this year, coming off a win over Ellendale midweek crown last week, 34-0. Sounds like your defense have been playing pretty well. Only 1 touchdown allowed in the last 4 games.
Yeah, they are a good group, and a lot of our defenses, the returners from last year, and they got really good playoff experience against really good offenses through the postseason last year. So kind of what we're experiencing now and have been throughout the season is when you tell those guys something once, they get it. It doesn't take us a couple weeks to get good and back in their coverage or picking up everything really well and playing physical defense.
And that learning something after only hearing it once, that's a good life lesson. They say football is good for that. That's one that will carry over into the real world.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. And that's no joke. We want to raise good men, so I like that.
Again, without Jake Starsivic, you're right at the quarterback and also starting outside linebacker. And you've also got Colin Swenson, a big part of your ground game and also part of the defense unavailable tonight.
Yeah, we do. And, we talked as a group as when Jake went down, and when you have a kid like Jake who has such a big impact on both sides of the football, both on offense and defense, we said we can't get ourselves in tough spots. Jake had an ability to get us out of really tough spots, and we don't want that pressure on ourselves. So eliminating pre-snap penalties, that's going to help us a ton on the offensive side of the ball, and on D, we feel pretty secure yet. We got a couple kids that we were able to shuffle around, and we'll still be flying.
Whipple under center last week. How is your offense different, or is it different with Whipple under center?
It doesn't feel too much different. Whipple's a very capable football player. He throws the ball with really, really good accuracy. I think the thing that takes time is just the timing of the offense. You're so used to how Jake operates, and from our offensive line to our backs and our receivers, it takes a while to mesh. So I anticipate we'll look sharper than we looked last week and continue on throughout the season.
Last week, Brooks Bracco, 6'5" wide receiver and defensive back. He had a big 6 for him and got things running against Ellendale.
Yeah, no doubt. Brooks is a special player, splashy type player. You notice Brooks when he's on the football field just because of his size and athleticism. So we were kind of hurting after that first quarter, being scoreless, or we needed some points on the board. And once Brooks made that big play, got our offense rolling too. So just finding different ways to score the ball.
What would be the important things tonight against Northern Cass?
I think our communication, both on offense and on defense, are going to be really important, especially a little windier than I anticipated. blown coverages, no pre-snap penalties on offense, and then we want to if we play more physical than the Jacks, but I think we'll be like where we're at.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
Eric Bogart, coach of the Kindred Vikings, will continue with our pregame show after these words on UFFN.com.
If you support Kindred Viking athletes, show up by becoming a member of the Booster Club. Your $20 helps provide student athletes with new training equipment, uniforms, an activity bus, scoreboards, and so much more. Find the form online or scan the code. Everybody up! Show your Viking pride, join the Booster Club. Kindred Viking Booster Club. Join the club. If you support Kindred Viking athletes, show up by becoming a member of the Booster Club. Your $20 helps provide student athletes with new training equipment, uniforms, an activity bus, scoreboards, and so much more. Find the form online or scan the code. Everybody up! Show your Viking pride, join the Booster Club. Kindred Viking Booster Club.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Back at Northern Cass as the Jaguars take on Kindred tonight. Tyler Hughes is the coach of the Jaguars, coming off a tough 20-14 overtime loss at Thompson last week. Talk about that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard-fought game from both teams. It was one of those high school games that it's fun to be a part of. There was a lot of big plays from both sides of the ball, and overall, it's a good football game. It's just some things we have to clean up, especially in the third quarter, moving forward for the rest of the season that we just need to fix.
You're going to be without a couple of key cogs on both sides of the ball, Matthew Hoppy and Keelan Monson, who was injured on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, Keelan kind of tweaked something Wednesday morning at practice. So it's unfortunate for a really good kid like that to miss a game. Obviously, football, you only got 9 games guaranteed, and he's a senior. But I know that he's going to do really good on the sidelines for us and help coach up our younger kids. Gabe Steele will get the opportunity to start at corner for us. Really excited for him. And an unfortunate situation with Matthew Hoppy last week. We did appeal to the state. They upheld the ejection. I can't say enough good things about Matthew. That's not the type of kid he is and the character he shows. So it's just an unfortunate situation for a really good kid that he has to sit out. But again, he's going to be a key cog for us on the sideline, helping our young running backs out too.
So who do you have taking their places?
Parker Zeski and Trevor Lee, they're going to get a lot of carries for us tonight in the run game and in the pass game. Those will be 2 guys that'll kind of go in and out with each other, share reps. They're really good running backs too, and they obviously haven't had a lot of carries because of Matthew and trying to get him the ball. And then, like I said, Gabe Steele on defense, he's going to have his first career start tonight, so you got to be excited for the kid. He's jacked, he's ready to go. And then offense, Jacob Ossie will cover Keelan's spot there as well.
Now, taking on Kindred, this is kind of a thing where you have to separate a little bit the name, the marquee, the defending championship from the 11 guys who are on the field.
You're absolutely right, Joe. They're high school kids just like us. Are they a really good football team? Yes, they are. They've earned that right to have all that kind of talk about them, and they've earned the right to be the #1 just like you. They're not unbeatable. And we had a really good week of practice. Kids were locked in mentally and physically. I hope it's a really good game tonight.
What will be the important things for you?
Taking care of the ball, number one. We got to win the turnover battle, and then controlling the front line. They got some really physical kids. Being able to control them, I think we'll open some running lanes up for Parker and Trevor, and lean on our pass game a little bit and let Hudson sling the rock.
All right, best of luck.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you.
Taylor Euclid, coach of the Northern Cass Jaguars. We'll be back with the starting lineups as Northern Cass hosts Kindred in high school football. Back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Join the club. If you support Kindred Viking athletes, show up by becoming a member of the Booster Club. Your $20 helps provide student athletes with new training equipment, uniforms, an activity bus, scoreboards, and so much more. Find the form online or scan the code. Everybody up! Show your Viking pride, join the Booster Club. Kindred Viking Booster Club.
Welcome back to Northern Cass. Joe Lancello with you. I apologize for the clunkiness of how our interview with Coach Eric Burgad of Kindred went. That's why I found out just how windy it is and how that could very well affect things. Not able to get a real grasp of how windy it is here tonight, but it's certainly a night where the sweatshirts and the blankets are a good thing to have for the people in the stands. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First of all, for Kindred, the Vikings 6-0 on the season. Their quarterback will be number 1, Gabe Whipple, a junior. He has completed 10 of 17 passes for 134 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's also rushed 5 times for 55 yards and 1 touchdown. The tailback will be number 23, Brock Johnson, a 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. He's starting in the place of Kylan Swenson, who's not available tonight. Johnson has rushed 42 times for 228 yards and 2 touchdowns. The fullback will be Miles Tielgus, number 8. He has not rushed with the football this season. He has caught 4 passes for 57 yards and a touchdown. Starting wide receivers, number 2, Brooks Bacco, a 6'5", 185-pound sophomore. 16 catches on the year for 355 yards and 6 touchdowns. The other wide receiver, number 3, Sawyer Hess, 5'8", 165-pound junior. He's got 2 passes for 35 yards on the year. And the tight end will be number 5, Hunter Bindus, 5'10", 190, a senior. He's got 8 catches for 118 yards and 4 of them for touchdowns. On the offensive line for Kindred, number 59, Tate Miller is the center, 5'11", 245, a senior. At the guards, 54, Miles Stroh, 5'10", 180, a junior. And 67, Ethan Fornshell, 5'10", 245, a senior. The tackles, number 55, Tannen Johnson, 6 foot 200-pound junior. And the right tackle, 72, Luke Starcevic, 6'5", 240, a sophomore. Jake's younger brother is his bigger brother. Eric Burgad, the coach of Kindred, the Vikings, 6-0 on the year, ranked number 1 of the state in Class A football in North Dakota. And they'll face this Northern Cass defense. A 3-4 setup. The nose tackle will be 65 Brody Vanderwall, a 6'1", 245-pound sophomore. The tackles, 55 Brody Geston, 6 foot 215, a senior, and 77 Sam Nelson, 6'2", 215, a senior. 4 linebackers on the outside, number 7 Julian Lichtenberg, a 6'2", 190-pound senior, and number 2 Chris Hoyland, a 6 foot 165 junior with 1 sack on the year. Inside linebackers, number 33 Trevor Lee, 5'6", 140, a sophomore. He'll start in place of Matthew Hoppy on defense. And the other inside linebacker for Northern Cass, number 4, Parker Zeski, a 5'8", 155-pound junior. In the secondary, at a corner, number 3, Jacob Ozzie, 5'11", 155, a senior. And the other corner will be number 24, Gabe Steele, 6 foot 170, a junior. He's starting in place of the injured Keelan Monson. At the safeties, 81, Matthew Metzger, 5'8", 155, a senior. And number 1, Hunter Kemet, 6 foot 155, a sophomore. That's how things will line up when Kindred has the ball. We'll run down how things will line up when Northern Cass has the ball after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Back at Northern Cass, getting ready for kickoff as Kindred takes on the Northern Cass Jaguars, and here's how the Jaguars will line up on offense. Their quarterback will be number 11, Hudson Ritchell, 6 foot 160, a sophomore. He's completed 77 of 125 passes for 926 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He has also rushed 22 times for minus 14 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 extra points. The running back will be number 4, Parker Zeski, 5'8", 155, a junior. 3 carries for 3 yards, also 5 receptions for 11 yards. The 2 wide receivers, number 2, Chris Hoyland, 6 foot 165, a junior. Chris with 10 catches for 120 yards, no touchdowns, but 2 extra points. Also as a wide receiver. And Keelan Monson was the original starter. I can't find the sheet of paper that I wrote that on, or can I? Number 3, Jacob Ozzie, a senior, 5'11", 155, with 6 catches for 37 yards. The H-back will be number 7, Julian Lichtenberg, 6'2", 190, a senior. He's caught 7 passes for 82 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 extra points. On the offensive line for Northern Cass, 55, Brody Geston is the center, 6'1", 215, a senior. The guards, 65, Brody Vanderwall, 6'1", 245, a sophomore. And number 66, Jackson Sinclair, 6'2", 300, and a sophomore. The tackles, number 77, Sam Nelson, 6'2", 215, a senior. He's rushed the ball once for 2 yards this season. So I wonder if we might see him line up in the backfield in some short yardage situations. And the other offensive tackle for Northern Cass, 54, Caden Williams, 6'2", 295, a junior. Tyler Euclid, the coach of Northern Cass, the Jaguars, 3-3 on the year. Kindred with a 3-4 defensive setup. And let's see how far we can get here. The nose tackle, 67, Ethan Fornshell, 5'10", 245, a senior. The tackles, 59, Tate Miller, a senior, with 2 sacks on the year, and 72, Luke Starcevic, 3.5 sacks on the year. Outside linebackers, 54, Miles Stroh, a junior, and 500 Bindus, a senior, with 1 interception and 1 forced fumble on the year. The inside linebackers, 27, Tyson Johnson, and 55, Tannen Johnson. At the corners, number 2, Brooks Bacco, a sophomore with 3 interceptions on the year. One of those was a pick 6 last week against Ellendale Edgley Thompson. The other corner, number 6, Jack McDonald, a senior. The safeties, number 4, Isaac Spellhag, a senior with 13 tackles. And number 8, at the other safety, Miles Thielgis, a sophomore. We'll have the kickoff, Kindred and Northern Cass, after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And our scoreboard tonight brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Did not see who won the coin toss. So we'll be in a little bit of a mystery on that for just a few minutes here. Taking a look at the standings in North Dakota Region 1, Kindred 4-0 in region play, 6-0 overall. Central Cass and Ellendale Edgley Calm both at 3-1. Thompson and Oaks 2-2. Lisbon 1-3, Northern Cass 1-3, and Hillsborough Central Valley at 0-4. Those are the games in region play only. All the other games coming up tonight in Region 1, Lisbon at EEK. That one will be played in Culm. Thompson at Central Cass and Hillsborough Central Valley at Oaks. Later tonight, you can see the Thompson at Central Cass game on yourliveevent.com. We've got audio-only coverage of Hillsborough Central Valley against Oaks. Other high school football we've got tonight on yourliveevent.com. Red Lake at Mahnomen-Waban, Monaga at Ada Borup West, homecoming for the Cougars. Wahpeton at West Fargo Horace. We had touched on it earlier that Matthew Hoppe is going to be unavailable for the Northern Cass Jaguars, the senior running back and linebacker. What happened took place late in the third quarter in their game at Thompson. I watched the yourliveevent.com broadcast, didn't get a really good look at it because the camera was zoomed out a bit. What I'm told happened is that after the whistle, Matthew Hoppe had been tackled on the play and was trying to get up, and there was still a Thompson player on top of him. And what I'm told Matthew did was just kick out a little bit. Did not make contact with anybody. And from what I'm hearing about it, I'm getting a little bit of an impression that if you've seen a professional wrestler try to kick out, it wouldn't have been that much of a kick. But the official, that's a discretionary call, said personal foul and you're ejected. And a player who is ejected from one game has to miss the next game. This is that next game for Matthew Hoppe. Northern Cass Jaguars being introduced here. They're in the home black uniforms with gold numbers trimmed in white, black pants trimmed in gold and white, and the black helmets with gold.
Another D-back, but senior. He wears number 3, Kickoff. Another defensive back for the Jags. He's a junior. He wears number 24,
Fairly calm night, not too many clouds out there, but we do have a very steady breeze. And that could very well affect things on the field tonight. Neither team really dependent on the pass. Kindred, in this case at least without Jake Starcevic. He was injured in the Central Cass game a couple of weeks ago, and his stats, 33 of 51 for 563 yards, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, completing 64.7% of his passes. He'd also rushed 49 times for 503 yards and 5 touchdowns. Just over 10 carries, or 10 yards per carry. It will be Northern Cass receiving the kickoff. Kindred kicking from right to left in the traveling white with royal blue numbers. Silver pants trimmed in white and blue, and the royal blue helmets with the player's uniform number on each side. Andrew Haley to do the kickoff honors for Kindred. And here we go. Kickoff received at the 5-yard line. Trying to get around to the left. And Northern Cass, not the best field position. They'll start at their own 14-yard line. Jaguars no huddle, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield with Hudson Richell in the pistol. Throwing it out, trying to, incomplete, throwing into triple coverage, and that was broken up by Isaac Spellhog, number 4. Second down, 10. So Jaguars taking a chance there on first down. Again, they go no huddle. Now they've got one man in the backfield. Kindred threatening blitz, and now we got a whistle. And a false start on Northern Cass. That might be something where the movement from the defensive side got somebody on the Jaguars side to blink, so to speak. Second and 15 from the 9. Richell from the pistol, 3 receivers right. Richell gonna keep it, and he'll be tackled for a loss. 55-10, and Johnson, the inside linebacker, with the stop. A loss of 2 makes it 3rd and 17 from the 7. Two receivers right, 1 to the left, the wingback or the H-back Lichtenberg on the right side. Richell rolling under pressure. He's hit. Very close to a safety. It is a safety. Didn't catch who it was who got the sack, but it's a 2-0 lead for Kindred. And it will be Northern Cass to have a free kick. When we come back on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, DHBank and D.com. 2-0 Kindred. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
So it'll be a free kick for Northern Cass after they concede the safety. Kindred to get the football. Brooks Crockett to kick off. His kickoffs have not been terribly deep when I've seen Northern Cass play. So it could very well be that Kindred get field position inside Jaguar territory. And it veers to the near side. It went over 10 yards. Let's see if if it was touched by a Kindred player. It is Northern Cass football. I don't know that it was intended to be an onside kick. But if the ball goes over 10 yards, it's anybody's. And so the Jaguars will start at their own 33-yard line. Not quite a minute into the game, the Jaguars down 2-0. 3 receivers left. Lichtenberg, the H-back, now lines up on the left side. And to give for Zeski, and he is wrestled down by Luke Starcevic. That'll be a loss of 2 or 3. Let's see where they put it. They put it on the 30 for a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. The Northern Cass offense has just been in reverse. Empty backfield, 2 receivers right, 3 to the left on 2nd and 13. Vikings showing blitz. Richel, pressure coming, and down he goes. This time courtesy of Tannen Johnson, the linebacker. Tannen Johnson there along with Starcevic. And that's a loss of that's back at the 22-yard line for a loss of 8. 3rd and 21 for Northern Cass. Their second drive of the game, Jaguars trailing Kindred 2-0. Richel hands it off, trying to go over the left side. Waziski. That'll be gain of 3 to the 25-yard line. So we're still looking at 4th and 18. And Julian Witchenberg in the game to punt. That is something else Matthew Hoppy did for the team. Quick kick, fair catch called at the 47-yard line. Fair catch by Brooks Bacco. So Kindred's first offensive play will come in Northern Cass territory at the 47 with 9:03 to go in the opening quarter. 22 yards on the punt by Witchenberg with no return. Now here come the Vikings. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gabe Whipple is out of the pistol. Whipple to throw with time, and an open receiver, Bacco, down the middle. He'll be brought down near the 10. Bacco, 6'5", 185, a sophomore. A tall target and one who can move pretty well. 37-yard gain to the 10. 1st and goal for Kindred as they strike big on their first offensive play of the night. Brock Johnson is the tailback. Whipple out of the pistol. That is Brock Johnson, and he'll be wrestled down maybe a yard on forward progress as he was wrestled down by Chris Hoyland, the linebacker number 2. No gain, 2nd down 10. A lot of fellas named Johnson on the Kindred roster. Not too many of them are related, oddly enough. Almost feels like you're in the town of Rockridge in the movie Blazing Saddles. Arlen Johnson's right about Howard Johnson being right. 2 receivers right for Kindred on 2nd and goal from the 10. Whipple gives for Johnson over the right side, and he'll get to about the 6. Third and goal for Kindred as they look to add to a 2-0 lead, getting a safety on the first Northern Cass possession of the game. Tight formation this time from Kindred. Wing on the right side on 3rd and goal. An option bobbled by Brock Johnson. The ball is still loose. And the Jaguars got it. Big recovery. Fumble recovered. I believe that was Gabe Steele, number 24, on the recovery. So Kindred can't take advantage of the great field position. Northern Cass will start at their own 10. On 1st and 10. Richel rolling right. Throws, cut, dropped by Lichtenberg. Had the ball in his hands at the 10-yard line, then couldn't hang on to it. Second down, 10, Northern Cass. 6:59 to go in the opening quarter, 2-0 in favor of Kindred. Ball in the far hash as Northern Cass go from left to right. Two receivers right, two to the left. Empty backfield now. Jet sweep coming. And a gain to about the 10-yard line. Matthew Metzger on the carry, so he got nothing and didn't like it. Third down and long for Northern Cass. Number one in the game for Northern Cass, Hunter Kemet, a sophomore. Two receivers left. Make that 3. Play clock at 6. Richel throwing, but we've got a flag. Somebody might have started early. We'll have to see. Illegal procedure against Northern Cass. That'll move the ball back to the 5-yard line, setting up 3rd and 15. 2 penalties for 10 yards against the Jaguars in the early going here. Midway through the opening quarter, 2-0 Kindred. Three receivers left. We're talking wide left. Richel hands the ball off. It'll be a gain to about the 7-yard line. That was Hunter Zeski on the carry. Fourth and very long from about the 7-yard line after a gain of 2. Lichtenberg's first punt was 22 yards. So again, Kindred should have some pretty good field position. High, not very far. And then it takes a Kindred bounce and is down at about the 24-yard line. So Kindred will start their second offensive series with 5:19 to go in the opening quarter, leading 2-0. And they'll start at the Northern Cass 23 after a 16-yard punt. The wind may be a factor here. With the punts, I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens when the teams switch sides in the second quarter. Double tight set. One receiver wide to each side. Whipple under center and a gift for Johnson over the left side. He'll bull his way to about the 14-yard line. We got a penalty flag thrown. The official was right there at about the spot of the tackle. Maybe he saw a hand on a face mask. Personal foul, face mask indeed on Northern Cass. So they'll tack that on to the 8-yard gain for Brock Johnson. Plus a face mask on Northern Cass. So the Jaguars hurting themselves here. First and goal at the 8. Whipple under center, bobbled the ball, falls on it. Second fumble by the Vikings, and they've lost one of those. Be a loss of a yard to the 9, second and goal. 2-0 Kindred. They got a safety on the first drive of the ball game, sacking Hudson Richel, the Northern Cass quarterback, in the end zone. Baco lines up wide right. Sawyer Hess wide left. Whipple from the pistol. Rolling right. Looking, tossing, dropped. Brock Johnson, the intended receiver, sets up 3rd and goal from the 9. Kindred's had a 1st and goal earlier in this quarter and were not able to get in because Brock Johnson had fumbled the ball and the Jaguars recovered. Now they're just inside the 10-yard line, 3rd and goal. Squadron right, one receiver to the left. And it was a quarterback draw, and it was actually Miles Thielgus took the snap out of the Wildcat formation. And that's the first time Thielgus has rushed the football this year for Kindred. A gain of 4 to the 5-yard line sets up 4th and goal. I don't know if Andrew Haley has tried a field goal this season. He's not on the field. Vikings going to go for it. Whipple is in the pistol. 2 receivers wide to either side on 4th and goal. Whipple rolling right. Looking, pass, caught. Is he in bounds? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Kindred. Isaac Spellhog made the catch. So it's an 8-0 lead now for Kindred with 3:31 to go in the first. 8-0 with the extra point to come. This is Haley for the extra point. It's up and away, and it's good. So with 3:31 to play on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Kindred 9, Northern Cast nothing. The kickoff after this on yourliveevent.com.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
The Kindred scoring drive, 5 plays, 23 yards, taking a minute 48. Gabe Whipple's 5th touchdown pass of the year. And Isaac Spellhog, his 2nd TD catch of the year. And Andrew Haley, a senior, to kick it off for the Vikings. Deep kickoff, fielded about the 2-yard line. Spinning at the 15 and stopped at about the 17. And we've got an injured Northern Cast player, Chris Hoyland, I believe it is. Hoyland is on his back. Jaguars will take over. We'll take a break here with the injury timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. 9-0 Kindred over Northern Cast. We'll be right back.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
From commercial land to farmland and from office to industrial, Goldmark Commercial has the skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs. Go online to goldmarkcommercial.com to connect with their expert team of trusted agents. And Chris Hoyland, the injured player, now being helped to his feet.
A big round of applause for Chris Hoyland of the Jays.
I don't like the look of that. He's a junior, 6 foot 165, starting outside linebacker. So we'll see how he is, and hopefully it's not a long-term injury for Chris Hoyland. So Northern Cass already without Matthew Metzger, who's injured. Now short another wide receiver. 3:25 to go in the first. First and 10, Northern Cass at their own 17. Gabe Frzeski trying to weave his way over the left side. Doesn't get too terribly far. Loss of 2, second and a dozen from the 15. 3 minutes ago in the opening quarter, 9-0 in favor of Kindred. They've got a safety and also a touchdown pass from Whipple to Spellhout. And the handoff going around the left side. Parker Zeski as he's run out of bounds. Miles Stroh, one of the linebackers, 5'10", 180-pound junior. Zeski didn't gain anything there. It'll be third and a dozen from the 15 as we near the 2-minute mark in the opening quarter. Kindred, the number 1 ranked team in Class A and the defending 1A champions, leading 9-0 over Northern Cass. Third and long. Ritchell from the pistol. Ritchell rolling right, or left rather, throwing, pass is caught, nice knee-high catch. Matthew Metzger with the catch. That's still going to be short of a first down. That'll set up fourth down for Northern Cass, and the punt team will come on. Gain of 7 to the 22-yard line. Sets up 4th and 10, and Witchenberg back to punt. His 2 punts have been 22 and 17 yards. There's a low-line drive. Fielded on a couple of hops, bobbled on a couple of hops by Baco. And down the far sideline before he's run out of bounds. 21 yards on the punt, a good return by Brooks Baco. And once again, Kindred will be in Northern Cass territory to start a drive with 1:12 to go in the first quarter, leading 9-0. They'll start at the Jaguar 24. I don't think Kindred has had a play in their own territory in this opening quarter. Step bobbled by Whipple. Now he's under pressure, and down he goes. Parker Zeski with the sack. Back of the 36-yard line. And Gabe Whipple, like a namesake from some old commercials, he could have squeezed the football rather than squeeze the Charmin. Loss of 10, 2nd and 20. 2 receivers left. Whipple back to throw, now under pressure, gets away from one wave. He's going to roll outside and will get out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and less than 10. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds. Okay, they say he was out at the 26. He gained 8. So it's 3rd and a dozen with 28.3 seconds to go in the quarter. Kindred looking to add to a 9-0 lead. They'll send out squadron left. 3 receivers left. Whipple from the pistol. Dumps it off. Intended for a screen on the far side. It's broken up. Brock Johnson, the intended receiver. 4th down and 11 with 24.6 to go in the quarter. I'm not aware of Kindred trying a field goal this year. This would be, let's see, about a 43-yard try. And Andrew Haley is not coming out of the field. Vikings will go for it. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Whipple to throw. Airs it on the near side looking for Bacco. Incomplete. Good coverage on the near side. That was Jacob Ossie, number 3 on the coverage. So that'll be the ball turned over on downs, and Northern Cass will start it off with 21.9 to go in the quarter. Starting at their own 26. Richel out of the pistol, 2 receivers right. Gives Ruzeski trying to sweep the right side, but he's surrounded and brought down for a loss. Well, that was Trevor Lee on the carry. Brought down by number 5, Hunter Bindus, a senior. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. It's Kindred 9, Northern Cass nothing. We'll start the second quarter after this on yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Joe Lancello at Northern Cass. We start the second quarter. Northern Cass football looking at 2nd and 18 from their own 18. Kindred leading Northern Cass 9-0. Squadron left as Northern Cass go from right to left in the second quarter. Dumped off on the near side. Caught at the 20-yard line and can't get any farther. Matthew Metzger with the catch. Just too many white shirts there to try to get around. Pickup of 2. Sets up 3rd and 16. Three receivers right for the Jaguars. Hunter Kemet checking into the game. He's one of the 3 out to the right side. Empty backfield now for Hudson Richel. Dumps it out. Incomplete. Overthrew his receiver, number 5, Carter Grandel, a sophomore. And Grandel was double covered too. Seems like there's maybe 15 Kindred players on defense, the way the Jaguars are seeing things in this opening quarter. Julian Lichtenberg back in punt formation again. Let's see if he has some better luck kicking from right to left. And he does. Back of the 41-yard line of Kindred is Baco. Nice move, getting around a couple of guys down the far sideline. Baco forced out of bounds. 39-yard punt, but a 30-yard return by Baco. So once again, Kindred will start a drive in Northern Cass territory. Kindred will start from the Northern Cass 27. Kindred has had a couple of first and goal situations. They had a fumble on one, scored on one, but also had to turn it over on downs. Whipple out of the pistol, will hand it off. Bursting over the right side was on Sawyer Hess, number 3 on the carry. Listed as a wide receiver, but he's also run a couple of times. 5 yards rushing on 2 carries coming into today. And here he gained 11. First and 10 from the 16 for Kindred, looking to add to a 9-0 lead. Hess again going over the right side. Picks up 1 to the 15. It'll be 2nd and 9. Hess, 5'8", 165-pound junior. Double tight set. H-back on the right side. 1 receiver to the right. Whipple out of the pistol. Gives for Hess again. Breaking over the left side. And inside the 5. First and goal for Kindred. Sam Nelson making the tackle. After a gain of 11 for Hess, 3 straight carries for him. For 23 yards. First and goal now for Kindred. Receiver wide left. And to give over the right side, breaking through and into the end zone for a touchdown. Kylan Swenson with the touchdown. I was told he was not going to start, but apparently it was just missing 1 quarter. 15-0 in favor of Kindred with 9:44 to go in the half. So the Baco punt return sets up a score. Haley's kick is up and away, and it's good. So with 9:44 to go in the half on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Kindred 16, Northern Cass nothing. The kickoff after this on yourliveevent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Kindred scoring drive, 4 plays, 27 yards. It took 1 minute and 42 seconds. Kylan Swanson, a senior, rushed for his 10th touchdown of the year. came into the game 65 carries, 699 yards. And once again, it'll be Andrew Haley to kick it off. Ball feeling a short hop. Trying to get around the near side. That's not going to work. To about the 22-yard line. Trevor Lee, I believe that was on the return. Northern Cass starting at their own 23. Trailing 16-0. Two receivers wide left and two to the right. Ritchell out of the pistol. And down he goes, and a penalty on the play right at the tackle. And again, you wonder if a tackler grabbed something they shouldn't have. It could even be roughing the passer. We'll have to see. Because the flag was thrown right about when the tackle was made. It was the referee who threw the flag. Let's see. Now another conversation, and I should introduce our officials: Dylan Dunn, Connor Dunn, Travis Martin, Adam Jones, and Craig Schwinden. And a face mask penalty on Kindred. First penalty against the Vikings. And the official was right there on the spot, threw the flag right when the tackle was made, and somebody apparently got it. His hand where it shouldn't have been. A break for Northern Cass, their first down of the game. Ritchell to throw, has time, throws, passes tipped, and almost intercepted by a diving Isaac Spellhaug. 2nd and 10, Northern Cass at their own 37. And this is the farthest that the Jaguars have been downfield in this game. Seems like the field's kind of tilted. Most of this game, if not all of this game, has been played in Northern Cass territory. Ritchell from the pistol, a back next to him, two receivers to the left on 2nd and 10. Fake handoff, and down he goes. Ritchell brought down by one of the Johnson boys. And there'll be a loss at the 33-yard line for a loss of 4. 3rd and 14. Trevor Lee, 33, is the running back at the right hip of Hudson Ritchell on 3rd and 16. Ritchell rolls right, throws, and it's caught at about the 40-yard line. Oh, no, beg your pardon, incomplete. Intended receiver was Hunter Kemet. So 4th and long, and the Jaguars will have to punt it away with 8:30 to go till intermission, trailing 16-0. Lichtenberg had a 39-yard punt his last time out, but there was also a really good return from Brooks Bacco, who's back to receive. Bacco going back. He had called fair catch. So Kindred in their own territory for the first time at their own 26-yard line. 41 yards on the Lichtenberg punt with no return. Each team with all 3 timeouts remaining. Vikings going from left to right in the traveling white with royal blue and silver. Full house backfield with Whipple in the pistol. Play fake. Throws out on the near side. Cut by Baco. Slipped by a defender briefly, but was pushed out of bounds. Ossie on the tackle. As Baco picked up 11, and that's enough for a first down at the 37. Whipple doing a decent job in the air. Again, he's got 2 backs surrounding him, double tight set, 1 receiver wide right. 1st and 10. Snap a little low, option. Pitch to Hess, but he slipped and fell and was knocked down. Carter Grandelin, number 5, I believe that was on the tackle. And a loss back to the 29-yard line, a loss of 8. Second and 18 from the 29. Baco, the receiver, wide right. Inside handoff and a big carry to the 40-yard line for Brock Johnson, number 23. Pick up of a dozen to the 41-yard line. 3rd and 6. Baco wide right again, the double tight set. Gabe Whipple from the pistol. Give up the middle, Swenson on the carry. He's across the 45, but short of a first down. 4th and 2 at the 45 after a gain of 4. Now if you're Kindred, you go for it here. They will. Same formation, Baco wide right, 2 backs either side of Whipple. And he'll give it off on a first down into Northern Cass territory. Once again, that was Brock Johnson.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Vikings at the 46-yard line of the Jays.
Gain of 9 for the sophomore, Brock Johnson. Now Baco wide right, a wing on the right side, just 1 back. Quick handoff, spin handoff, and a give for number 27, who's just taking guys with him near the 25-yard line. That's Tyson Johnson, number 27, a senior. And that'll be a first down. Tyson Johnson taking guys with him after a gain of 19. 3 first downs on this drive for Kindred. The drive started at their own 26. They're now at the Northern Cass 27. Under 5.5 to go till halftime. Kindred up 16-0. Whipple from the pistol. Drops back. Airs it out near side. Out of the reach of Brooks Baco, incomplete. Coverage there by Ossie. It'll be 2nd and 10. Chris Hoyland apparently is on crutches on the near sideline, so his day is done and hopefully not his season. Second and 10, Kindred from the Northern Cast 26. Brock Johnson again able to squirt through the left side inside the 30. And a first down for Kindred. Not the biggest guy out there, but he certainly does run hard, and he seems hard to stop once he gets going. First and 10 Kindred from the Jaguar 17. Brock Johnson again veering outside to the left. And I believe he's got another first down. That would make it first and goal.
And that'll be a first and goal for the Vikings.
And the ball spotted where? At the 5. First and goal. Give Brock Johnson again over the right side and into the end zone for a Kindred touchdown. $22-0 as the Vikings drive 74 yards for a score to make it 22-0 with the extra point coming. Spellhog will hold. 68, Andrew Haley, a senior, will kick and make it. So on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com, Kindred 23, Northern Cast nothing. The kickoff after this on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
An impressive drive from Kindred, 74 yards in 10 plays. It took 4:04 off the clock. Brock Johnson running for the final 3 plays of that drive. He scores from 5 yards out. And it's now a 23-0 lead in favor of the Kindred Vikings. The number 1 team of the state in Class A is Haley to kick off again. Field of the 15-yard line. Metzger on the kickoff return. He's run out of bounds at the 30.
20-yard return on the play, forced out of bounds by number 50, Lincoln Swenson of the Vikings. It'll be first and 10 for the Jags at their own.
Jaguars taking over with 4:15 to go till halftime. Kindred opened the scoring in the first quarter on a safety when Hudson Ritchell was sacked in the end zone. They've added to that a Whipple to Spellhog 5-yard touchdown pass and touchdown runs here in the second quarter by Swanson and Brock Johnson. Ritchell from the pistol. Pressure coming. Ball pop. Are they going to? Yeah, and they will call intentional grounding on that.
30-yard line. There's a penalty flag on the play.
That was the initial sign from the official, who again was right in the right spot. That's a loss of a down besides the penalty yardage they'll mark off. So second down. And 15 from the 25. Both teams with all their timeouts remaining. Ritchell from the pistol. Two receivers left, one to the right. Now we got another flag coming. This one from the defensive side. False start on Northern Cass. Now the Jaguars starting to self-destruct a bit. They're looking at 2nd and 20 now from their 20. Richel out of the pistol. Vikings threatening blitz. Inside handoff, trying to get around the right side and getting nothing. Parker Zeski on the carry. Tyson Johnson on the stop for Kindred. 3rd and long. Jaguars back at their 10. Zeski with a handoff, able to find a seam and get some yardage, but still well short of a first down. Kelby Erdman with the tackle. He's a senior, 6'1", 220. And looking at 4th and long. And we've got an injured player, I believe. Parker Zeski being helped off the field, so no timeout taken, no timeout charged. Chris Hoyland was also injured and knocked out of the game. It's one thing to get beat, it's another to get beat up. And Northern Cass doesn't want that. Snap to Lichtenberg, high but short. Baco will let it roll. He'll pick it up at the 44, down the near sideline, spins inside, still going. And another big return for Brooks Baco. And again, Kindred will start in Northern Cass territory at the 3-minute mark. It'll be at the 37-yard line of the Jaguars. A 19-yard return by Baco to put the Vikings in good position and to give for number 27, Tyson Johnson. And another first down for the Kindred Vikings. Picked up 10 to the 27. All 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Whipple from the pistol. Quick out in the near side, caught by Baco. Seeing space, he's got good speed. He'll be stopped at about the 11. Back-to-back first downs for Kindred. And a block in the back penalty against Kindred will wipe that out. A rare mistake by Kindred. It's marked off at the spot. At the 31-yard line of Northern Cass. First and 15 with a minute 58 to go in the half. Give over the left side. Brock Johnson again. Gets across the 25. They'll put that down at the 23-yard line after a pickup of 8. Second and 7. 3 receivers left. Whipple to throw. Looks that way, throws. Pass is tipped. Incomplete off the hand of Sawyer Hess. That'll set up third down and 7. Hess was the underneath receiver. Couldn't hang on to that. And a minute 16 to go to intermission. $23-0, Kindred in front, and it will be the Vikings who receive the second half kickoff. Whipple will hand it off. And Brock Johnson on the carry again. Didn't get very much. And timeout Kindred. 1:11 to go in the half on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Kindred 23-0 over Northern Cass. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The school district looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
From commercial real estate to farmland and from office to industrial, Goldmark Commercial is the skills to handle all your commercial real estate and farmland needs. Go online to goldmarkcommercial.com to connect with their expert team of trusted agents. 4th and 5, Kindred from the Jaguar 23. Throwing downfield, penalty flag thrown, passes caught for a touchdown. Jack McDonald with the catch, but will it count? Holding on Kindred. So no touchdown. Northern Cass will gladly take that penalty. And it's from the spot of the foul, so the ball will be on the 32 of Northern Cass. Ball now on the 37-yard line. Whipple from the pistol. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got an open man. That's Feldhaug down the far side. He'll loop his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaac Spellhog, his second touchdown catch of the day. And it's now 29-0 in favor of Kindred with 55.5 to go in the half. Spellhaug with a nice catch and a nice bit of running, getting to the outside. Here's the Healy extra point. Snap is bobbled. Spellhaug dumps it off. It is caught, but not close for a two-point conversion. So with 55.5 seconds to play in the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. 29-0 Kindred in the lead. And the Vikings showing how good they are. 37-yard drive in 5 plays. There were a couple of penalties that pushed Kindred back, but didn't seem to bother them too much. Drive taking about 2 minutes. 29-0. Kindred has scored with a safety, 2 touchdown passes from Whipple to Spellhog. And Andrew Haley once again will kick it off. His leg might be getting tired here. Bobbled on a hop and finally fallen on by Matthew Metzger at about the 26 or 27. Under a minute to go till halftime. Jaguars again, no huddle from their own 26. Lichtenberg, the H-back, lined up as a wing on the left side, 2 receivers right. Also a wing on the right side. Richel out of the pistol. Fake gives it off to Trevor Lee, who doesn't get much. Luke Starcevic on the tackle. Lost back to the 24-yard line. -2 for Lee on that play, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars do have to run one more play before the half ends. Richel out of the pistol. Hands it off for Zeski, who gets to about the 28 or the 29. Gained 5. 3rd and 7. And they will not run another play. That's the end of the first half on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. At the half, Kindred 29, Northern Cass nothing. We'll sum up the first half after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Back at Northern Cass, we're at halftime. Joe Lancello with you as the Kindred Vikings, #1 of the state of North Dakota in Class A, leading the Northern Cass Jaguars 29-0. Kindred got on the scoreboard thanks to their defense. On the first drive of the game, a false start penalty had moved Northern Cass back, and then a loss of 2 yards, and then on 3rd and 17, quarterback Hudson Ritchell of Northern Cass was sacked in the end zone. Didn't get an official call on who it was who made the tackle. It was 2-0 in favor of the Vikings less than a minute into the ball game. Northern Cass would get the ball back after the free kick went 10 yards and was recovered by the Jaguars at their own 33-yard line, but then it was 3 and out. And the first time Kindred's offense got on the field was almost 3 minutes into the game. And from there, the Vikings drove downfield to the 6-yard line, but then there was a fumble by Brock Johnson, and it was recovered by Gabe Steele of the Jaguars at their Northern Cass 10-yard line. Again, a 3 and out for Northern Cass, and this time, and thanks to a punt into the wind, Kindred took over at the Northern Cass 23-yard line. Whoops, before I do that, I should tell you our halftime brought to you by Hunter Insurance. Hunter Insurance Agency is dedicated to providing you the best support for your insurance request from crop, hail, farm, commercial, and home. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com. As I was saying, Kindred took over at the Northern Cass 23. And the Vikings able to score on a 5-yard pass from Gabe Whipple to Isaac Spellhog. Andrew Haley's extra point made it 9-0 with 3:31 to go in the first quarter. That was the score at the end of one quarter. Then we go into the second. A 30-yard punt return by Kindred's Brooks Bacco gave Kindred the ball at the Northern Cass 27. 4 plays later, it's in the end zone as Kylan Swenson runs from 4 yards out. The extra point good, 16-0 with 9:44 to go in the half. After another Northern Cass 3 and out, Kindred would get a possession for the first time in their own territory, at their own 26-yard line. From there, the Vikings would drive 74 yards in 10 plays, taking just over 4 minutes. Brock Johnson scoring on a 5-yard run. The extra point made it 23-0 with 4:22 to go in the half. And then after another 3 and out and a short punt, Kindred taking over at the Northern Cass 37. They would drive 5 plays to score in about 2 minutes. Whipple to Spellhog again, this time a 32-yard touchdown pass. The snap on the extra point kick was off. Spellhog, the holder, tried to throw a pass for a 2-point conversion, and that missed. 29-0. Kindred in the lead over Northern Cass. Unfortunately, I left my stat sheets at home, but Kindred with the edge offensively. Northern Cass has been hurt by penalties. Hudson Richell's been sacked a couple of times. And Northern Cass's offense just hasn't been able to get going. The Jaguars with 1 first down in the first half, and that was on a penalty. And let's see, 13 first downs for Kindred, as the Vikings showing why they are the number 1 team in Class A in North Dakota. So unless there's a big change in fortune here, it looks like Kindred will go to 7-0 on the season. And Northern Cass already with Matthew Hoppy sidelined by suspension and Matthew Metzger injured during the week. Chris Hoyland was injured in the game in the first half, and he is on crutches on the sideline. He is not going to return. And we just hope it's not a long-term injury for Chris. That's our halftime show, brought to you by Hunter Insurance Agency, dedicated to providing you the best support for your insurance request from crop, hail, farm, commercial, and home. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com. Kindred 29 and Northern Cass nothing. We'll return for the second half after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Join the club. If you support Kindred Viking athletes, show up by becoming a member of the Booster Club. Your $20 helps provide student athletes with new training equipment, uniforms, an activity bus, scoreboards, and so much more. Find the form online or scan the code. Everybody up! Show your Viking pride. Join the Booster Club. Kindred Viking Booster Club.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Join the club. If you support Kindred Viking athletes, show up by becoming a member of the Booster Club. Your $20 helps provide student athletes with new training equipment, uniforms, an activity bus, scoreboards, and so much more. Find the form online or scan the code. Everybody up! Show your Viking pride. Join the Booster Club. Kindred Viking Booster Club.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Back at Northern Cass, Joe Lancello with you. Nicholas Osaby on camera this evening. Let's take a look at the North Dakota High School football poll this week. For Class A, Kindred, the number 1 team at 6-0, a unanimous choice with all 16 first-place votes. Velvet DAG is second, followed by Bishop Ryan, Killdeer, and then Central Cass. Langdon Area Munich and Ellendale EK also getting some votes. And it's hard to see somebody going against Kindred at this pace today. With a 29-0 lead, and Kindred will get the football to start quarter number 3. Other games On the schedule for both these teams, Kindred will be at Thompson next week, and then finishing the regular season at home on the 18th in 2 weeks against the Oaks Tornadoes. Northern Cass will be back at home next week, their final regular season home game, taking on Ellendale Edgeley Calm, and then finishing the regular season in 2 weeks at Hillsborough Central Valley. And again, taking a look at the Region 1 standings coming into tonight, these are the region games only that I'm going to run down here. Kindred at 4-0, halfway to going 5-0. Central Cass and EEK are 3-1. Thompson and Oaks 2-2. Lisbon and Northern Cass 1-3. Hillsborough Central Valley 0-4. The other games tonight, Lisbon taking on EEK in Calm, Thompson at Central Cass, and then Hillsborough Central Valley at Oaks. We have audio-only coverage of the Hillsborough Central Valley Oaks game on yourliveevent.com. And we'll have video coverage on yourliveevent.com of Thompson and Central Cass a little bit later on. Actually, a game going on right now, but you can watch those later on yourliveevent.com. Checking our schedule for next week. Your live event broadcast schedule on Tuesday night. We'll have Winnie Mac at Manoman Waban, Park Christian at Ada Borup West. Perham at Hawley. Hillsborough Central Valley taking on Park River Fordville Lincoln in Park River. Barnes County North at Carrington. Hankinson at Central Cass. Maple River at Kindred. Oak Grove at Lisbon, and Shanley at West Fargo. All those games on Tuesday night on yourliveevent.com. And it will be Kindred again to receive the second half kickoff, already with a 29-0 advantage. Brooks Crockett, a freshman, will kick it off from right to left. Jaguars have the wind, but Crockett's kickoffs, from what I've seen this season, have not been terribly deep. Kindred's deep receivers back at their own 15-yard line. Fielded at the 30. And that was a fair catch, actually, by Brooks Bacco. Something a lot of football fans and players forget is that you can fair catch a kickoff. As Kindred will start at their own 30-yard line. Vikings from left to right in the traveling white with royal blue and silver. Double tight set, give up the middle, across the 40-yard line to about the 43. That man, Brock Johnson again. Brock Johnson came in with 228 yards rushing into tonight. He's got a touchdown already this evening. And a 12-yard gain to the 42. First play of the second half is a first down for Kindred. Whipple handing for Brock Johnson again, veering to the far side. First down and much more into Northern Cass territory. Back-to-back first downs for the Kindred Vikings. "33 yards. Back-to-back carries for 45 yards to start the third quarter for Brock Johnson. They'll give it to him again. And again, he'll burst over the middle and get a first down. Across the 25-yard line. 3 consecutive first downs. Gains of 12, 33, and 12 for Brock Johnson to start the third quarter. Baco lines up wide right. Double tight set. Whipple surrounded by a back on each side. He'll keep it himself. Over the right side. Broke one tackle, but not a second. Matthew Metzger on the tackle. Whipple gains 7. I beg your pardon, that was not Whipple. This time it is listed as the fullback Miles Thielgus. He carried it last time. And he'll gain again. Thielgus using the Wildcat formation. 1st and goal at the 5. Thielgus is the quarterback, and he'll keep it. Going around the right side and stop. He did get into the end zone. I thought he was stopped short. Miles Thielgus and Kindred take the second half kickoff and make it a 35-0 lead. And that will get us to the point of running time here. And the extra point by Haley is up, and that's good. So on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com, 36-0 Kindred. We're in running time, and we'll be right back on yourliveevent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Brock Johnson had 3 carries for 57 yards on that drive. It was a 6-play, 70-yard drive that took 2:59 off the clock. Kindred up 36-0 now on Northern Cass. The Vikings on their way to their 7th win of the year, it would appear. And once again, Andrew Haley to kick it off. And he's got the win with them. Metzger at the 14. And he'll be stopped short of the 25. So the Jaguars will take possession for the first time in the second half here. We are in running time. If the Jaguars can get some points, we get back in regular play time. Trevor Lee is lining up wide to the left side as the Jaguars go from right to left. Ritchell throwing and caught a diving catch of the 48-yard line. That was Matthew Metzger. The second first down of the game for Northern Cass, their first on an offensive play. The other one was by a penalty. A 22-yard pickup for Matthew Metzger, who had a kickoff return for a touchdown last week. Trevor Lee, 33, is the running back. Two receivers right, one to the left. Ritchell from the pistol, rolling right. Throws incomplete. Pass was tipped, intended for Julian Witchenberg. Be 2nd and 10. Again, we are in running time here with a 36-0 lead for Kindred. Vikings going for their 4th shutout in 5 games. They've only allowed 4 touchdowns all season. Ritchell on 2nd down. Gives it for Lee. He'll be stopped, run out of bounds at the 50-yard line, brought down by linebacker Tannen Johnson, number 55. Third and 8 from the 50. Hunter Kemet, number 1, checks in with the play. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ritchell looking over to the sideline. Lee will switch now to the left hip of Ritchell. Ritchell, quick pass to the far side. Pass is caught, but just for about a 1-yard gain. Matthew Metzger with the grab. Fisher Johnson with the tackle, number 20. Gain of 1 to the Kindred 49-yard line, the first time the Jaguars have been in Kindred territory tonight. 3 receivers left. Snap a little high for Ritchell, rolling left, looking left, trying to avoid a sack. He avoids one man, but scrambles out of bounds to about the 46, so that will lose yardage. And a turnover on downs. And again, Kindred will start in Northern Cass territory. Back at the 46-yard line of Northern Cass. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're in running time. Whipple back in the game at quarterback with time. Airing it out. Pass is caught. And down to about the 9-yard line. Brooks Bacco. Bacco's had a couple of big catches tonight. 1st and 10. Kindred. And they will mark him down to the 10-yard line after a gain of 36. Bacco lines up wide right, double tight set. Whipple surrounded by backs, giving for Brooks Johnson, trying to go over the right side, and he's stacked up this time. Second and goal. And you can hear the wind blowing into the press box here at Northern Cass. Brooks Johnson picked up 3 to the 7, 2nd and goal. Sawyer Hess is wide to the near side, number 3. Whipple now under center. Inside handoff, Tyson Johnson on the carry, and he'll be just short of a touchdown. Third and goal. from the 3-yard line. Whipple under center. Receivers wide to both sides. And it's Tyson Johnson again for a touchdown. It's now 42-0 with 1:50 to go in the third. 4-play, 46-yard drive. And somebody had to hustle on the field for Kindred to make sure they've got 11. Isaac Spellhog to hold for Haley. Kick is high and good. Minute 12 to go in the third on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. dhbanknd.com. 43-0 in favor of Kindred. Good sportsmanship is a valuable trait that goes far beyond the game. For Bank North, it's achieved by helping our customers pursue their dreams and financial goals while supporting and improving our great rural communities. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. The letter I, banknorth.com. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender. And Andrew Haley once again to kick off for Kindred. Whoops, they run by it. Matthew Metzger picking it up and not getting terribly far. We'll have to see where they actually mark the football. Jaguars at their own 23, 54.6 to go, third quarter. 43-0 in favor of Kindred. Lichtenberg checking out of the game. Number 24, Gabe Steele, Jr., coming in. I believe we have a new quarterback. Snap was bobbled, a handoff for Trevor Lee. Be a loss of yardage. And in a quarterback is number 18, Brody Zeski, a freshman. Parker's younger brother. Loss of 2 to the 21-yard line, 2nd and a dozen. 4-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. Inside handoff. Lee again. A short gain. That'll bring up third down, and that will bring up the end of the third quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. dhbanknd.com. Kindred 43, Northern Cast nothing. The fourth quarter after this on yourliveevent.com.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Joe Lancello back at Northern Cass. 3rd and 11 for the Jaguars from their own 21. Kindred showing blitz. Zeski rolling left, throwing incomplete. He was under pressure. This is Brody Zeski. So this will set up 4th and long. And a punting situation, Julian Lichtenberg in the game. Again, he's filling in for Matthew Hoppy, who is suspended because of an unsportsmanlike conduct foul last week against Thompson. And Lichtenberg kicking into the wind. Not far. And bounces sideways out of bounds into the Jaguar bench. And Kindred again starting in Northern Cass territory. With 10:55 to go. And the ball will be marked at the 36-yard line of the Jaguars. Kindred working out of the pistol. Handoff going to the right side is Clayton Altoff, number 25, a freshman. In his quarterback is number 11, Jackson Schliemann, a freshman. Second and 3 from the 29 after a pickup of 7. Few new faces here for both teams. And a counter to the far side, getting around the corner, is number 7, Braden Olson. And that will be a first down for Kindred. Pickup of 6 of the 23, 1st and 10 for Kindred. Out of the I formation, the ball bobbled briefly by the tailback. And he's brought down for a loss. .25, Altoff again on the carry. Lost back to the 24-yard line, 2nd and 11. 9:09 to go in regulation. We're in running time. 43-0 Kindred. Quick substitution. Play clock still at 5. And a penalty thrown. Procedure the call against Kindred. Second and long. Just across the 30-yard, or not quite across the 30-yard line. Let me try that again. It is across the 30-yard line to the 29. 2nd and 16. H-back in motion. Schliemann throwing far side. It's caught inside the 10-yard line. And a nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds. Eli Mack, number 12, a freshman. Well, now they say it's incomplete. Well, Mack knew what he had to do trying to keep his feet in bounds. He just couldn't quite do it. So even these younger guys, the freshmen, have the right idea of how to play football. And a counter again. And going to the far side and getting a first down is Braden Olson. Second time they've used that same play on this drive. And again, it works. First and goal now for Kindred. At the 9-yard line. After Braden Olson picked up 20. Schliemann under center, gives the ball off to the number 30, bursting through. Short of the goal line is Tanner Mingy, number 9, 5'9", 175-pounder. Reminded me of another 30 from years back, Bill Brown, fullback for the Minnesota Vikings. Second and goal from the 3 after a gain of 6. Play fake, trying to run on a quarterback draw. And Schliemann, and he didn't get anything. Tackled, I thought that was 53, but I don't have one on my program for Northern Cass. No gain. Third and goal from the 3. Schliemann rolling right, throwing, incomplete. Was looking for Olson, it's 4th and goal. Clock running, 5:20 to play. If you're Kindred, you want to see your younger guys get a touchdown. It's not a matter of piling on, it's just a matter of seeing the young guys do well too. Schliemann out of the pistol. Play fake, rolling left, throwing. And touchdown. Jeremy Knight, number 34. Knight, a freshman, makes it 49-0 with 4:35 to play. Clock still running. 36-yard drive in 9 plays. Took 6:20 off the clock. Kindred will go for 2. Schliemann rolling right, throwing for a diving receiver. And it's caught by Jack Savago, number 16. 4 minutes to play on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. With locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. 51-0 Kindred over Northern Cass. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The kickoff going into the end zone. Touchback for Northern Cass. They'll start at their own 20. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Kindred will go to 7-0 on the season. And they're on the verge of their 4th shutout in 5 games. Northern Cass will fall to 3-4. Brody Zeski out of the pistol will give it off. Sweep on the left side for number 28. Gavin Giffey, number 28, a freshman. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 from the 20. Giffey the setback behind quarterback Zeski. Brody Zeski, this is. And Brody under pressure, got away. Trying to keep going, and he's actually going to get some positive yardage out of this. That might be the kind of a thing where Harry Houdini asks him how he escaped. That was going to be a sack and a big loss. But it turns out into a 5-yard gain, making it 3rd and 5. Brody Zeski from the pistol. 2 receivers wide either side. Snap a little high. Zeski rolling right, under pressure, throws it away. Closest receiver was Brooks Crockett, number 12. 4th and 5. Just over 2 minutes to play now. I'm not seeing Lichtenberg come onto the field, so Jaguars apparently going to go for it here. Brooks Ziske under pressure, hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. A penalty flag on the play. Roughing the passer. That'll be a Northern Cass first down, and that's the pass rusher came in with a good head of steam and just kept going. First and 10, Northern Cass at their own 40 with 1:29 to play. Now the clock running. Ziski hands it off, nothing doing. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Under a minute to play. Brooks Ziski to throw, rolling right. Look out, he'll throw, and it is caught! And down the near sideline. That is Howard Gellner, a freshman. First down into Kindred territory at the 43-yard line. 17-yard gain on the play. Time is running out. And this one will belong to Kindred. As the Vikings go to 7-0 on the season, defeating Northern Cass 51-0. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Vikings go to 7-0. Northern Cass is now 3-4. We'll have our post-game comments coming up after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dagelman Industries is proud to manufacture tough, high-performance equipment right here in North Dakota. From our industry-defining Pro-Till high-speed discs, bulletproof bulldozer blades, and our robust, heavy-duty land rollers, we focus on support and make the experience of owning a Dagelman unlike any other. Dagelman, engineered tough in North Dakota.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Back at Northern Cass, Joe Lancello with you on our post-game show. As Kindred defeats Northern Cass 51-0. The Vikings going to 7-0 on the year. The defending Class A champions looking a very strong, dominant team today. And Northern Cass falling to 3-4. Kindred actually opened the scoring on defense with a safety as quarterback Hudson Richel of Northern Cass was sacked in the end zone, did not get the number of the player who recorded the safety. It was 2-0 in favor of the Vikings, less than a minute into the game. On the first offensive possession that Kindred had, they would drive to the 6-yard line and then fumble it away. Then Northern Cass with a 3-and-out, and then that strong wind affecting the punting for both teams that were trying to punt from right to left, and a short punt gave Kindred the ball at the Northern Cass 23-yard line, and then it was a 5-play, 23-yard drive that took a minute 48. Quarterback Gabe Whipple hooking up with Isaac Spellhog on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The extra point kick by Andrew Haley made it 9-0 in favor of the Vikings. That would be the score at the end of the first quarter. Into the second quarter, a 30-yard punt return by Brooks Balco would set up another score for Kindred. The Vikings got possession at the 27-yard line of the Jaguars. Then it was Kylan Swenson scoring on a 4-yard run. The extra point made it 16-0 in favor of Kindred. After another 3-and-out, Kindred would drive 74 yards in 10 plays. This drive started at their own 26-yard line. That was the worst field position they had to start a drive tonight. Runs by Brock Johnson and also Tyron Johnson, and it would be Brooks Johnson scoring on a 5-yard run to make it 23-0 with the extra point with 4:22 to go on the second. Then after another 3-and-out, the Vikings would drive again, 37 yards in 5 plays. It took about 2 minutes. Whipple do Spellhog again, this time from 32 yards out. Try for a 2-point conversion, no good. 29-0 in favor of Kindred at the half. In the third quarter, Kindred receiving the second half kickoff, driving 70 yards in 6 plays and 2:59. Miles Thielges, who ran that series as the quarterback out of the pistol formation, scoring on a 5-yard run. The extra point made it 36-0 with 9:01 to go in the third. Then we went to running time. And then when Kindred got possession again, they would drive 46 yards in 4 plays. A 36-yard pass from Whipple to Baco, setting up a touchdown. That would be Tyson Johnson scoring on a 3-yard run. The extra point made it 43-0 in favor of Kindred. That's how the third quarter ended. Into the fourth quarter, Northern Cass put their second stringers in, and they would drive 36 yards in 9 plays. It took 6:20 off the clock again because we're in running time. The number 2 quarterback, Jackson Schliemann, with a 3-yard touchdown pass to Jeremy Knight, making it 51-0 with 4:35 to play, and that ended the scoring. And Taylor Uxa, the coach of the Northern Cass Jaguars, joining me now in our post-game show. And let's see, let's switch sides here. There we go. Well, you saw just why Kindred is number 1 in the state.
Yeah, like I said before the game in our pregame interview, like there's a reason they're number 1 team in the state, and they've earned that right, and they do the right things. In season, off season, you can tell that the program that they have that's why they're the number 1 team in the state.
And even without some high quality players, they were still able to do the job.
Yeah, 100%. When you're a good program, you got your 2s and 3s ready to go. So and those kids balled out and they did really well.
And you were kind of banged up going into tonight with Keelan Monson unavailable, and then Chris Hoyland left the game because of an injury. How is he?
It's tough to say now. don't really know much about our injuries right now. I'll talk to our athletic trainer over the weekend, see where we're at. But yeah, I mean, physical team like that, injuries might happen. Sometimes it's the game of football, but that's also sports. You can get injured in any sport as well. Obviously, when you lose your dudes, your number ones, it makes things tougher. But you got to be proud of the way that your number 2s and 3s stepped up too. And Carter Grandall did a tremendous job stepping in. And Trevor Lee at linebacker too. Got to give those kids some credit, just stepping in there and flying around and making plays.
And young Zeski made a decent show at quarterback, I thought.
Yeah, little Zeski, little Brody Zeski, Jetski. He's going to be a good player for us. It's fun to watch the freshmen grow from team camp in the summer over fall camp in August up to this point in the season. And you can tell that you're doing the right things as a coaching staff is when you see those freshmen grow as football players. And we got some really good young football players coming up through the ranks.
Now let me grab my notes here. You have one more home game, and that's against Ellendale.
Yeah, that's a big game. That's a playoff game right there. We win out. You beat Eek. You beat Hillsborough. You give yourselves a chance at the playoffs. It's going to be a mess for the 3-4 seeds. I was trying to do the math earlier today, and it could potentially be a 4-way tie for 4th. It potentially could be a 5-way tie for 3 and 4, depending on how things shake out at the end of the season. Got to check scores tonight, but we got to take care of business against Edgeley on Elcom first.
All right, Tyler, you said thanks very much. A tough game tonight, but against a really good opponent, and hopefully your guys are able to learn something and get some good experience for the next couple of weeks.
100%. We're always growing. Thanks, Joe.
Tyler Euclid, coach of the Northern Cass Jaguars, falling to Kindred 51-0 tonight. We'll be back with our postgame show after these words on YourLiveEvent.com. Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com. Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, And it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Back at Northern Cass, Joe Lancella with you on our postgame report. 51-0 Kindred beating Northern Cass. Time now for our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And I'm going to go with Kindred running back Brock Johnson, the sophomore, carrying 14 times for 114 yards and a touchdown. Part of the reason Kindred now 7-0 on the season. And Brock Johnson came in with 228 yards, so he got 50% of what he'd accomplished already in the season in this one game tonight. Kindred now 7-0 on the year. And the Vikings will be at Thompson next Friday night. I believe we will have that game for you on yourliveevent.com. Northern Cass will host Ellendale Edgeley Calm next Friday night. That would be, both those games would be 7 o'clock kickoffs, pregame coverage at 6:30. That will do it for us tonight here from Northern Cass. Thanks very much to Bryce Laxdal, the activities director. Thanks very much to Nicholas Osaby on camera. Thanks to you, our sponsors. We hope you will thank them with your business, and we thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Joe Lancella. The final score once again here tonight: Kindred 51, Northern Cass nothing. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you later. Good night, everyone.